Okay, the first thing I want to say here is you want to make sure that you lose out this one here. It's been secured by 14mm. Then you lose out this one also. This is the first process you're gonna be doing. Lose out this one, lose out this one. Then before you can't lose out this one without losing out this one. There is a Allen key that's holding it in place here, star Allen key. So you gotta lose that one out. Then you gotta draw this. This one is gonna be like this. Alright, so you wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it while it's still being attached to the servo. Then it gets out. When it gets out, then you're gonna lose out this one. This one is being secured by 24 if it is ATE. ATE is 24, but if it is TRW is 22mm. So when you're losing out those ones, then you're gonna apply a flat screwdriver over here and like this, then push it back so that you can get this thing out. When you get this one out.
Hello guys, this is Dr. Cool Auto Fix. Today I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to replace the Audi A4 servo and master. So if suppose yours is having a problem like I have with mine here, where you can see down here there is brake fluid inside. I did show a video on why it has failed, but this one is still good though. But the main reason why I'm going to be changing it is because of the master. Now this is the master here. It's been secured in place by, you're going to be having, you have to check your own model. Some is secured by 22 millimeters, this thing here, while others is secured by 24. So this is 22, that this one here is 22. So this master here, some of them can be different. So for this very one here, I think this should be maybe American spec or something, because it wouldn't fit in. This is not ATE, but this one here is ATE, so there's a difference. Now let me show you ATE so you can be able to ATE master cylinder, so you can be able to see it and know there is a difference. And if you have to replace it with yours, you have to check the one that is there and make sure that it is the same thing before you want to replace it. If not, it's going to become a problem. Okay, here is it. So now you can see that there are two of them. They are not the same. Even no matter how you look at it, this hanger is the same, but this one that bulged out is not the same. This one has O-ring. I think this one has an O-ring which they have lost somewhere, which actually make this brake booster to be defective. So this one is still having its own O-ring. This one is for ATE, this one is not for ATE. So this is a fit for this very model here. And this one just failed, which I made a video about. If you have a problem, where your hydraulic is escaping and is disappearing, I made a video in my YouTube channel. Search for it, you're gonna see it. So now on this video, if you wanna replace this, you have to pull out this very reservoir, all right? And in order to pull it, it's been secured. They have a bolt that is holding it in place here, so you gotta take it out. Then you gotta step on this place and wiggle it like this and pull it out. When you pull it, you are done. Now in order to be able to replace the master, let me quickly take you there. Okay, to replace this master, you're gonna be needing 10 like this to be able to unscrew it. It has just two bolts that hold them in place, and you can see how long it is. This one goes here and this one goes here. All right, okay. So when you unscrew it anti-clockwise after getting it unbolted, there's gonna be some other tricks. For some other cars it can be very difficult, but for this very one here, I have some trick which I did that works. Now that trick is you have to wiggle the brake pedal. You have to wiggle this brake pedal a little bit, all right, so it can be free. Or if you can have anyone to help you hold it and pull it up like this, that will help to facilitate the whole process. With that done, let's go to the hood. Let me show you what you're gonna be doing. Then you're ready to lose this one. This one here, I told you, is 10mm. The other side of the 10mm they're gonna be using, this very face here, is what you're gonna be using to loosen this one out. All right. So when you're losing it out anti-clockwise, it's only being secured by 2 bolts. You also gotta be careful when you're putting it back not to cross the thread. So when you lose this one out, then you're gonna be losing this one out. This one is being secured by 6mm Allen key. So when you lose out these two, you gotta take this crossbar out. When you take out this crossbar, then you lose out this one. You're gonna be needing to pull this one. All right, it's gonna be stuck in that
brake pedal right there. So you're gonna be pulling it up here because this firewall won't allow it. As soon as you pull it out, then it's done. Don't forget this clip, all right? This rubber clip. It's easy to remove. You can just press it from inside here, all right? And it should be out. Then like this, it's out. Then you can fit it into the new one. If you want to fit it into the new one, we want to make sure that they are the same size. You can match them. Let me show you. You can match them to make sure that they are the same size. There is adjustment here. You might want to count the thread, because if you don't count the thread, it might be too over adjusted. So in this case, I think this one here is pretty much done. And as soon as you've done that, you are done. Then you should use the same way to fit it back. One last thing, when screwing this one back in place, be careful not to cross the thread. When you are tightening this one back, it's gonna be hard. Be careful not to cross the thread. I will suggest you tighten this one first, because here is on a tight spot. So you tie this one first, guide it with your hand. If it's not gonna guide with your hand, first of all, don't get it into the just leave it at the mouth. All right, leave it at the mouth like this. When you leave it at the mouth, don't put it like this. Leave it like this, so you can make adjustment until when you tighten this too. When you are done tightening it, before you can push it in. The reason there is, if you have got it like this, it will make a lot of movement to be able to allow the thread to go in, and before you know, you can cross the thread, and if you cross the thread, you are done. You're gonna be replacing this master again. Okay guys, I hope this helped you to get your master or servo replaced on the Audi A4. Share with your friends, subscribe to my channel. I have to catch you guys later. Bye for now. You're gonna be needing this should be 6mm Allen key. That 6mm Allen key is gonna be losing a bolt like this for a crossbar that is connecting the passenger tire to the driver tire. When you lose it out from here and there, you have two here and you have two here. So as soon as you lose it, all right, then this thing should be getting ready to come out. Then you loosen out these two, right, using a 10mm socket that looks like this. When you lose it out, now there comes the tricky part. The tricky part we're gonna be using to get this thing out is, let me show you. I don't have anyone to help me hold this camera right now. My tripod, I can't set my tripod because right now it's about raining, and I'm trying as fast as possible to be able to get this done alone. So you have to make sure that you disconnect this vacuum line that goes in here. How to disconnect it, let me show you where it is, and let me show you some other things you also need to be careful for. There is this clip right here. In order to remove it, you have to push it, then you press this tab up and pull it back. It's as simple as that. Then it lets go. This is where it's connected to, which is actually the sensor that detects if the brake servo is still active or not. Now the next thing you're gonna be needing also, you're gonna be needing 14mm. I forgot that 14mm. That 14mm, you're gonna be using it to loosen out this brake lines that goes into the master cylinder over here. I think that's the first thing you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be losing out this one here. You're gonna be losing out this one. These two connects here, so you're gonna lose this one. Then when you're done losing that one, still hold on. Then you're gonna lose the two that connect it here, like this one here. And when you're loosening it, please, you have to, when you're trying to tighten it back, you have to be very careful not to cross the thread. If you cross the thread on this ABS, you're gonna be replacing this. So it's very you have to use your hand to guide it first. Guide it with your hands. And I think it's not even so easy to guide with hands, so you gotta try at least make sure that you align it very well, because if you cross the thread, then you're gonna be replacing this entire system here. So when you lose out this one here, you lose out this one, then you lose out this one, which I told you that's gonna be 22 or 24. Check yours. It should be, if it is at is 24. If it is other one there, if it is a TRW, if it is TRW, which is this one that I have here over here, then it's gonna be 22.